Today we are reviewing End of Watch, written and directed by David Ayer, with Jake Gyllenhaal and Michael Pena. Dude,
that's...
So, End of Watch is about two city cops in Los Angeles, Brian Taylor, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, and his partner, Mike Zavala, who's also called Z, played by Michael Pena. And they kind of become, throughout as the film progresses, kind of like the heroes of the LAPD, making a lot of busts. But one day they kind of bust the wrong guy who's carrying a lot of drug money and guns, and then they just piss off the wrong people in a Mexican cartel and have a hit called on them. We just kind of see how these events unfold throughout the film.
Okay, well, just playing off of what you said, that last sentence that you said, where you said the events unfold, I was thinking in the way they unfolded, and like by that I mean like how it was filmed, you know, and I think that it was really interesting. I guess that's the polite way to put it. How it was filmed, it was kind of weird that it was like a mixture of hand camera.
Yeah. Like it had its own unique way of filming.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought that was interesting that they incorporated that bit of him doing this project.
Like both of them, they did both, yeah.
And then it would go back to, I guess, third person.
There were some, especially in the beginning, some really cool point of view shots, like where one of the cops, police officer Mike Zavala, played by Michael Pena, gets in a fight, and there were some really cool shots where it's like first person punching. And I know it sounds kind of weird, but I thought that when we saw it in the theater, it was like pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought they definitely did it well for the most part, the hand camera filming style.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of liked the film more once they moved a little bit away from it, because it can be kind of, for me anyway, it can be kind of distracting. And I mean, I liked the plot. I thought the plot and action was interesting enough in itself that I didn't need the camera to be shaking around and stuff to, be interested and feel like I was there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
because this movie's all about connecting with the characters, and I understand that maybe them filming it in this way would make you connect more, or at least that's what they thought, But really, it could have done without that and still been, a great film.
Definitely.
Because there are two cameras. There's a hand cam on the cartel side, and there's a hand cam on the police officer side.
It's like when you're watching, if you're seeing it from Jake Gyllenhaal's camera for the first 30 minutes, and then they knock on someone's door, and then you see like the camera from inside the door over the resident's shoulder. It's like, whose camera is that? Like, why are they filming?
Mm-hmm.
And obviously they did both. They did normal filming style and hand camera, but that kind of just was confusing a little bit and made you kind of wonder and took you out of the movie a little bit. One thing that I thought was kind of interesting when I was watching is that I was wondering, I kind of knew what the movie was about, that these cops got in trouble with the drug cartel, and I was wondering when that was going to happen in the movie. And I kind of liked, looking back on it, how a lot of the movie was just them doing not normal cop things, but intense cop things in LA, but that weren't necessarily going to matter later on, but were just interesting to watch.
Yeah,
definitely let the viewer kind of immerse themselves in where they were. And
get used to who those characters were and like where they were. Yeah, definitely. Those are arguably some of the best parts of the film. It was cool to see the random run calls they get. You don't know, you're thrown into a situation with these cops, and it's really intense because you don't know what's going on, just like the characters don't.
Mm-hmm.
And they're there investigating something that could be really fucked up, and because you don't know what it is yet, you are kind of on the edge of your seat. And I thought that was what made this movie a good movie for me by the end. Did you think that some of the stuff, Connor, was over dramatized? Like the cartel.
Definitely. The drug cartel people, they definitely had to show that they were like these like tough, badass, like kind of just
they weren't
violent.
Badass, they weren't badass. Just really annoying.
Yeah, they were just kind of reckless and annoying. I mean, especially I thought the leader chick,
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah,
that was kind of.
I thought she went a little overboard sometimes.
Yeah, and she's like goes so overboard with it. I feel like. I don't know. It just seemed a little strange. Like that fucking hat that she wore. Like what the fuck was that? That was weird.
Well, and her mouth was just always somehow like just fucking frowning, like downturned so much. I don't even know how she made that fucking face, and it was constant. Like she was just trying to be
like really
this
thug.
hardcore girl. I think they probably tried to force this like cholo accent, and it just came off as so stereotyped. Really, they really go into the personal lives of the two cops and show their girlfriends. And Michael Pena is married.
Yeah.
So they really get into their personal relationships and like their life at home, and I think that added a lot to the movie because it made you just be able to get to know the cops better. And it wasn't one of those things that I came off as too shallow, that they just kind of introduced to try to add emotion. They really invested a lot of the film in like their lives at home. Yeah, and it made you care so much more when things got intense for the cops. It was like, because when they were being cops, they weren't necessarily the most likable guys, and I think that's probably kind of accurate. Because when you run into cops, you're not like, oh, what a nice guy, you're like a fucking asshole. And that's how they came off when they were being cops sometimes. But you really, felt bad for them when they were in these intense situations because you saw them outside of their profession.
Should we just do the rating?
Scores?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to go first, Michael?
Overall, this movie was pretty damn good. It was a good time. I thought it was going to be good, especially since it's from the director and writer of Training Day. I was surprised to find out that I personally enjoyed it more than Training Day mainly because of the two characters. There's great chemistry between Jake Gyllenhaal and Michael Pena. The action is intense, and even when there is an action and they have to go on a call, it's really cool. It's really great to watch them work. The ending was also very climactic, actually. It had me hooked. I had a few problems with it, but I can't really say anything without revealing what the ending was. So I'm just going to give it my score now, which is a 7.5 out of 10. So a good time.
Yeah, I feel generally, like, I generally agree with you about the film. It took me a while to warm up to it. I think because at the beginning, it kind of tried to sell, like, the hard-boiled cops and, like, really gangster, drug dealer situation. But, like, once the film really started going and got more into the personal lives of the cops, and also once I got used to the hand camera film style, I started really, like, actually liking the characters. You got to see them in some really intense situations, which were awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and I also think it was a good time. And I'm going to give it a 7.5 too.
I think it just took a bit of time until, like, you could actually tell that there was a strong connection between Jake Gyllenhaal and Michael Pena. The hand camera got a little much. I'm not a big fan of seeing first-person camera things. It always tends to give me a headache, and you can't really tell what's going on. But I definitely started to notice, be able to handle the camera movement towards the end of the movie. So I'll have to give it a 7.2.
Okay, dude. All right, very close, but yeah, it's a rental nonetheless. All right.